What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I know with a lot of the predictions that are out there that either come from YouTube or come from the internet, there's a ton of people that just don't believe those levels that they're going to get to. When Bitcoin not first got started, but when it first really started gaining a lot of popularity, I think a bunch of people saying that Bitcoin would be worth this or would be worth that, whether it was 20,000 or 100,000 or whatever, people thought the same thing, right? They thought Bitcoin would never reach those levels because it wouldn't be as popular. It has no major use case, and people wouldn't opt to use Bitcoin over the dollar, right? Well, since that point, right, when I heard all of those things throughout the last 10 years or so, right, maybe even more, right, 11 or 12 years, where again people were like, "This is not going anywhere. It's just not worth it." If anyone would have invested into those into Bitcoin, buying one Bitcoin, two Bitcoin when it was at $2,000, or when it was at $15,000 or $20,000, you would have made out well in the deal, right? Because it hit north of $100,000. So those people that believed that it was going to skyrocket were right, because they understood the future of crypto, or at least understood it to an extent, right? You can't really fully know exactly where everything's going and how popular something is going to be 100%, but you do go out on a limb and you take a little bit of a risk. And that's kind of that risk that I'm willing to take with an XRP. When I state that XRP can get to $100 per coin, it's not to say that I will 100% believe that no matter what happens, this will get to $100 per coin. It's what I believe is going to happen, the different things that are going to happen. And so far, everything has laid out exactly the way that I see it, right? Seeing that XRP can be that reserve currency, right? To be not fully established as that from the get-go, but just to have some sort of impact there, of some sort of entrance to being a reserve currency. Then you start to see the development into the next levels for cryptocurrency, right? To see that XRP is the only one that has legal clarity, being labeled as not a security. Seeing how XRP was the thing that was being fought against with the government. It wasn't Bitcoin. It wasn't really Ethereum. It was, to an extent, it was XRP that was being fought, that was being targeted from 2020 all the way until this lawsuit drops, and this news that we have, the lawsuit drop, which is great news, fantastic news, because again, it leans into exactly where I believe things are going. So for the people that are saying XRP will not get to $100, yes, that's your opinion. But to say that it will never get there, 100% will not get there, and the max it will get to is $9 or $10, that's your opinion. That's based on the research that you have there, but it's not based on all of the research that's out there, because majority of the research that you have online tells you that, $5 to $10 is kind of that minimum level, right? As you see 20 and 30 and 40 and all the way up to 100, or even some cases thousands of dollars, depending on what gets implemented. Now, in my vision, I can see where all of these things happen. $100 is closer to my minimum than my maximum. However, majority of my XRP that I currently hold will be sold at that point. I will have a lot that's left on the table compared to what a lot of people have now and what they're able to get now. But if you look at it the way that I see it, it's like, $100 is what I see in my exit plan to house majority, or not house, but sell majority of my XRP. And then as you move forward, even to 200 or 300 or 400 or $1,000, I still have some left on the table for what this can eventually be and be used for. So when I state it's $100 per coin, I believe that it's very possible. It's very realistic. If we look at the numbers and look at the full breakdown, we can see how these things are realistic. So before we get started, Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Well, we already did get started. Hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below for Patreon, for Twitter. And if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, where you can get a 10% deposit bonus when you use my link, you sign up, you'll get extra bonuses up to $10,055. You get the opportunity for those extra bonuses, as well as 40% lower trading fees. So if you guys are interested in a good platform to where you can leverage trade up to a 500x leverage, feel free to do so. This is a fantastic platform that I've been utilizing for going on, I would say, 7 months now. It seems like it's 7 months. It's either 6 or 7 months, but it's been a while, and I've been able to make thousands of dollars from it in leverage trades while only risking hundreds of dollars. So it's always good. Feel free to check it out. Link at the top of the description. Now, where XRP currently stands, it's at $2.50. It's up about 6.69% on the day. We're seeing a $144 billion market cap with about $10.6 billion worth of volume. Volume market cap ratio is 7.4%, and still looking at about 58% of the supply there. Now, I see the different things that are being done, and I think a lot of people may miss these things because they start to look at it and go, oh, we have the biggest news that we possibly could have. Why are we not seeing XRP skyrocket? It's not altcoin season yet. We all know that. And I think people are waiting for that bit of news that's going to make altcoin season happen. It's not about the bit of news that's going to make altcoin season happen. It's about the time period. It's about having more money that's flowing into altcoins, and we're just not seeing that. Right? We still see that Bitcoin's housing around 60% of the overall market cap, which means it controls 60% of the crypto market. And its volume and all of that stuff. So it's not altcoin season yet, but you do have different things that are being put in place to then make XRP a bigger picture item when we do see altcoin season happen. Because we have major players in altcoins, right? We have Ethereum, we have BNB, we have XRP, we have Solana. Those are some major players within altcoins. And when we see altcoin season, those rise to the occasion and are worth a lot more. Just like how Bitcoin is kind of running the market, those run the market for the altcoins, right? So XRP being the third largest cryptocurrency that's out there, it's going to be worth a lot more than $144 billion. So when we start to do the math and say, well, what can it actually get to? There's prices, there's different price ranges. Many experts will believe that we'll get to between $10 to $25 within this bull run. And then other experts and other people out there, I wouldn't say they are experts. I honestly don't think anybody 100% knows where the crypto market's going, but they can all have their opinions. But they all, whether their job is to be a financial analyst or whatever, right? They're experts in their field because they've been doing it for so long. Where they believe it's going is some people believe it's going to be somewhere in between that $10 to $100 mark. And then others will believe it's between the, 10 and $200 mark or $500 mark or $1,000 mark, right? So there's so much room depending on the different things that are going to happen. And all of those predictions will state that this, and this will happen. And that's why we'll get to this maximum price and this minimum price. But if all does happen, instead of just, kind of picking and choosing what happens, you then have a broader price range that it could get to, right? So anyways, as I look at it, when I start to do the math on this, you start to look at, let's say XRP over here, you start to look at it and you're like, all right, well, hitting certain prices of $5 is a $285 billion market cap. Do you think XRP can be worth a $285 billion market cap? Some would say no. I believe that it easily can, right? I believe that the significant points will be right here around the $1 trillion mark, right? The $20 price point will be a significant point. $1 trillion, I think, will be big for XRP and will be big for altcoins. I think XRP eventually will be worth more than Bitcoin. And the reason that I'm giving why it's going to be worth more than Bitcoin is not something to just go, oh, well, you're just stating stuff out here. You're just putting out a bunch of wrong things that are out there, right? Negative stuff on Bitcoin. No, I'm not, right? I'm not a big Bitcoin fan, and that's only because of the lack of use and more of the art of holding, right? And scarcity, because you're mining a certain amount, there's only a certain amount, and that's where that value really comes from, is that scarcity as well as a store of value, kind of like a gold, right? You never know how much is truly out there in gold. So yes, you don't have a finite supply. Well, you do have a finite supply, but you don't know what that limit is. For Bitcoin, you know what that limit is. We don't know how much is lost, but we know what that ultimate limit is. So there's still Bitcoin that's being mined to this day and consistently being mined. For XRP, it's more of a use within it. It's saying that what we wanted within cryptocurrency from the beginning, that's what XRP is going to be able to do. To basically say, I have this XRP, if it was a physical thing, I have this XRP and I want to buy something with it. Just like we gave the dollar value event, it was gold that gave it that value, but now it's the dollar itself that gives it value and what we assess that value as. The same thing will go for XRP in the end. And if it makes it more valuable to be able to use at a faster speed, at a cheaper cost, at a more efficiency, if you're doing all that, more security, all of that, it makes it more valuable to use. And the more valuable it is in your mind and everybody else's mind, the more that it costs, because the more that people desire it. So that's the way that I look at it, right? Yes, it's not 100% given. You could see something else that comes up and has more popularity. However, XRP is now being pushed by, not being pushed, but I look at it that way, being pushed by our government, right? Seeing the biggest or largest U.S. based cryptocurrency that's going to be as held as a reserve in a stockpile, right? That's going to be utilized throughout banks and their banking system, right? And their payment system. There are so many things that lead to this being more utilized and more desired, meaning that $100 price point is not ridiculous. So again, this is all my opinion. This is why I believe that this is going to happen, and that's why I decide to take, profit in certain areas. And you'll see me take profit at $5, take profit at $8, take profit at 10, 20, 15, whatever, right? 50, all the way up to 100 here, which I'll take 12,000. You'll see 10,000 that's left over, leaving me with a $5.5 million gain over this time period if I'm able to see all of these things happen. However, if all of these things don't come true, and let's say only half of it comes true, and it gets to $50, right? I can still make a decent amount as I get to $50, which would be about $3 million. If it gets to that point, and even only getting to $20, right? Or $10, let's actually go to 20. It would still be 1.3 out of the 200,000 that's there. I feel like that's a steal, right? That's being able to gain a ton. And that's also still leaving some on the table, leaving 80,000 that's on the table, meaning that if need be, and it only gets to these points and I want to give up on whatever I have, I can still make an extra, $1 million or so, as I'm holding my, or maybe even more, as I'm holding my 80,000 that's left on the table after I take this 20,000, right? So anyways, I want to know what you guys think about XRP. Is it truly a reality to get to a $100 price point, or am I just, spreading lies that are out here? I believe it. I truly believe it. I've seen things that have happened. We've already seen the beginning stages of XRP moving from 50 cents up to these levels. We're going to see other coins that make bigger moves as well. But I want to know your opinion. I always like to know your opinion. That's why I make these videos, because I respond to your guys' opinion with a video, and hopefully you see where I'm coming from at least. Not necessarily have to agree with me, but just see where I'm coming from and what I see within XRP and XRP's future. So anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, again, make sure you check out my link for BTCC down below. It is a great platform, 10% deposit bonus, as well as extra bonuses and 40% lower trading fees. So again, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.